Hey, it's Barça here, and today's video I'm going to be talking about the Pedri and Gavi duo and why it's so perfect. They're both not even 20 years old yet, but together they manage to dominate every midfield that crosses their path. So there's definitely something special about them. Make sure to stay tuned as we discover why they're just so good together. First, let's take a look at the profiles of both players. Pedri is a creative midfielder that likes to make the play from midfield and create chances. His passing is incredible, especially for a 19-year-old, and so is his vision. He's the one who dictates the play, and when there's a lot of room on the other side of the pitch, he's the one who will see it and play the long ball. He's that player, and you need him to make use of the spaces and to get an attack flowing. And there's no limit to the creativity in his passing either. He'll always see things others don't and make passes that you didn't even see on your TV screen. That's what his level is like when it comes to passing and vision. But he's got more than that. As you probably know, his dribbling is great too. He can get past 2 or 3 players in attack to create a chance. Not with fancy skills, but just with perfect ball control and simple dribbling. And very importantly, this enables Barcelona to play out from the back. If he's near his own penalty box and gets the ball under pressure, he'll never just fire the ball forwards. He always looks for the solution and rarely makes a mistake either. He's incredible at making the right decisions in such situations, and his passing and dribbling abilities are crucial for that. Lastly, his shooting is actually great too and quite underrated. Most of the times he won't really go for a real screamer, but rather plays the ball inch perfectly in the corner, and he scored a couple of goals like this already. There's some downsides to him too though. I would say his finishing could be a little better, but finishing isn't the most important ability to have as a midfielder. So it's not his biggest downside, because that is his defending. Sometimes he lacks a real brutal attitude to just go for a tackle and just defends too politely. And when he does go for a tackle, he's often quite sloppy and not difficult to dribble past. So it's definitely his biggest downside. Then let's look at Gavi. First and foremost, his passing is great too. He dares to play a risky ball in behind the defense to send attackers on a 1v1, and most of his passes will always arrive. Though I gotta say that he's not as good as Pedri when it comes to dictating the play from midfield. But when it comes to dribbling, then Gavi is absolutely incredible. He's got the ability to get past players in attack to create chances, but also to use his dribbling ability to get out under pressure. He's always aware of where the defenders around him are and uses his position in his advantage to get out of tight situations. Here, it's difficult to say who's better between Pedri and Gavi really. They're more or less on the same level. When it comes to shooting, he's not that great, but it's quite difficult to tell since he never really tries his luck from distance. And last but not least, we've got to talk about his defending. For an 18-year-old midfielder, he's astonishing. He'll never hold back and always go for every tackle or interception. And that's just his attitude. He really does know very well where and when to intercept balls too, and his tackling is accurate. Plus, he keeps on improving and improving at it, so he's about to become one of the scariest midfielders in the world, if he isn't already. So, defending-wise, he's undoubtedly better than Pedri. So, those are their profiles, but why does this make them fit together so well? As you've probably seen, they're not completely the same, and that wouldn't be good either. What you need are 2 players who make up for each other's downsides. Remember what Pedri's biggest downside was? Exactly, defending. And what's one of Gavi's biggest qualities? Again, defending. If you would have 2 Pedri-like players in midfield, you would have a problem when you don't have the ball, cause the opposition would get past your midfield too easily. With Gavi next to Pedri, you don't have this problem. You basically get rid of Pedri's big weakness with Gavi. This might also be the problem of Pedri together with Frenkie de Jong. None of the two is really cutthroat when it comes to defending. But defending is only one thing. When it comes to dribbling, they're both incredible of course. They'll both make life easier for Barça when playing out from the back and create chances through dribbling. It's only a win-win situation really, to have 2 midfielders who are capable of getting past players. And when it comes to passing, Gavi's good at spotting runs and playing a through ball, but he can't control the pace of the game and dictate the play like Pedri can. And Pedri's also a little more accurate when it comes to through balls behind the defense, and he'll generally time his pass better. When you'd have 2 Gavi-like midfielders, the game would get stuck too much on one side of the pitch too often, and spaces wouldn't be exploited enough. Consequently, you wouldn't create a lot of opportunities and you'd lose possession quite regularly. But with Pedri, you've got someone who will see the spaces and directly play the long ball, perfectly accurate to speed up the attack. Controlling the game is a little bit what Gavi still lacks, but Pedri makes up for that. So you basically get rid of Gavi's weakness with Pedri. That's why this duo is so perfect. They're both not the perfect player, but they complement each other very well, and together they haven't really got any weakness. They're both still young, but they have shown they can dominate against any midfield, against Bayern Munich in the first leg in the Champions League for example. and in the rest of the season and definitely in the coming years they will be the heart of Xavi's team. That was it for today's video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and feel free to share your own opinion on Pedri and Gavi in the comments down below. Força Barça, and have a good day.